You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, Internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Hey, this is John Preston, Marine Combat Veteran and Pacific Records recording artist. Just reaching out to have you check out our new album, Battle Cry, Songs of America's Heroes, an album featuring phenomenal other combat veteran artists like Scott Brown of the Scooter Brown Band, Ryan Weaver, Rowdy Johnson, just an incredible mix of people. This is all veterans telling our stories and our lives, and we're giving 100% of our proceeds to the Valkyrie Initiative to help veterans and first responders integrate back into society. I myself have battled with post-traumatic stress for many years and lost my own brother, a Marine Corps veteran, to suicide. I ask that you step with us and make this happen. We are in pre-order right now and release on March 17th. Go to iTunes, go to Amazon, buy. We plan on making the charts and making it at a very high level, and your support right now makes a difference. This is the release of my new song, Superman Falls, which is actually about the loss of my own brother, which happened last year, and I would love for everyone to check it out, to listen, and hopefully it'll make a difference in many lives.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-553-8687. That's 800-553-8687. Again, 800-553-8687.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Sometimes riders feel lost, unsure why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing into full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, offering manuscript critiques and line edits through a mentoring editorial style. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services, visit blackwolfeditorial.com.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-353-6490. That's 1-800-353-6490. Again, 1-800-353-6490.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, Internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
But he does buy a lot of stupid shit. He bought a toilet bowl light. Did we tell you about that?
That's the greatest fucking thing I've ever bought.
I have to hear about this.
Saving me on my electric bill.
You're going to love this story, Jason. He bought a toilet bowl light.
It's called Toilet Glow.
No, Bowl Glow.
Bowl Glow. Bowl Glow.
Just real quick, before you start that story.
Yeah.
Welcome to We Don't Have Cookies. With me today is former pro wrestling manager, author, and my friend Kenny Bolin. Go ahead. We started the show now.
Ready to talk about Bowl Glow. We've been talking for an hour and 45 minutes and you weren't recording.
I was recording. I just didn't officially start the show.
Oh, you didn't officially start the show. I don't think we ever did really start the goddamn show, did we?
You just kind of ruined our whole night.
Did you introduce
I didn't introduce Maya either, so...
Yeah, no loss there. It's already been kicked off of one show this week. Cost me my network deal that I had with Brian last.
You're unemployed now.
Unemployed is what one fan told me. Talked yourself into unemployment because you wouldn't get your fucking kids off the show.
I didn't hear about that. What happened?
The East Alabama News had a big front page story on it. My press agent down there, I think, Adam the Roach Broach.
You want to bet that it was actually a pretty big story on Squared Circle on Reddit? Hey, Chris.
It wasn't.
It wasn't?
I wouldn't.
Oh, that's a pity.
We didn't make Reddit.
We didn't make Reddit?
You were not petty enough for Reddit. I'm very disappointed.
I was as petty as a human could be.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone be as petty as you.
Maybe. Well, you know why? Because everybody thinks it's a work. Everybody thinks it's a work. Oh, this is the best wrestling angle going right now. Brian Last and Kenny Bolin. When's the big fight? It's going to be Kenny Bolin and Vince Russo against Jim Cornette and Brian Last. I said, yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Jason, have you ever noticed that if he imitates somebody, he's doing their voice, it's always the same voice?
It is the same stupid voice for everybody.
It's a fucking
Unless
word.
it's Donald Trump.
Even Donald Trump is just
the
with a duck face.
Yeah, kind of with a duck face. Yeah, I am not an impressionist. Whatever I am, I've been accused of being a closet comedian.
He can't do a British accent worth of shit. It's the worst.
But now that you put the heat on me, I can't.
Remember that
I could have done it otherwise.
Remember that time you were trying to do a northern accent and you went?
I went ultra southern.
He went into Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah. I say, boy, what you need to do is start listening to me, and all is what you need to be doing. And for whatever reason, I was doing an impersonation of a northern person that turned into a Southern Confederate general, which may have been Foghorn Leghorn. I'm not sure.
One of my favorite moments on the show this year, I had somebody from the UK. Big shout out to Choo Choo Stew. I know he's listening.
I hate UK. Goddamn UK Wildcats, cocksuckers.
He came on and did an impression of an American, and it was the funniest damn thing. It's something like, "Oh, hi, you guys." It was, I love you, Stu, but it was the worst, and it was very awesome. I loved it.
There used to be black comedians that would just try to impersonate white people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the worst at it was Damon Wayans. Damon Wayans was always trying to impersonate a white guy. And it was always the exact same guy, every white guy that he did. Well, hello there. The nerdy white guy.
All the same guy.
The nerdy white guy. Every white guy was nerdy, probably weighed about 130 pounds.
You know what's this?
Didn't have sense, God give a goose.
White person.
What's that?
They can say it 100 times a day, but it's that one dad joke that cannot get away. If they see someone in camouflage, they have to say, "Oh, didn't even see you there." It has to happen. That's like a really white thing.
You know what? I don't know that I have ever said.
You're not that white, honestly.
I'm not. Well, no. There's a lot of non-white in me for some reason. I don't know why.
You're not that white.
Not that white. No, I've never done that.
You know what's white too? Like really
Velcro
white.
Velcro shoes. Or is that just a Walter Cotton thing?
Chris, what do you think? Is that white trash or?
Oh, it's definitely white trash. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, the Honorable Christopher Bolin says it's white trash.
My guess is that west of Bardstown Road would be the highest population of Belgrove, and I would challenge you to go east of Bardstown Road and find even one human being in a pair of Velcro shoes other than Walter Cotton. He lives east of Bardstown Road. He wears Velcro.
Well, right before we started the show, Maya was about to talk about your toilet bowl light, and I have to hear about this, so we can't get sidetracked from that story.
My second one, by the way.
It is. We're going to get there. Explain to them what a bowl glow is.
Bowl glow, what it is that it is a very nice light that hangs on the rim of your toilet. You hit a couple of buttons, you adjust the brightness level that you want, the circulation of the continuous changing of the colors of the lights, because they go red, yellow, blue, purple, white, green.
Just real quick, I typed it into Google. I just typed in bowl glow. Right. Fourth result was bowl glow, Louisville, Kentucky.
Really?
So it must be very popular there.
Bow Glow? Have I invented
It must be a new sponsor. We've talked about them a lot.
Well, I have plugged. Well, you plugged them a lot. You bitch about me having a Bow Glow on every show we do.
Oh my God, I can't stand the thing. Well, this is how it works. When you walk into the room, it's kind of like a nightlight. It feels the motion and it turns on. So he likes to say that he likes it for the dogs because the dogs like to drink out of the toilet.
Yeah, and and Choco thinks she's drinking Big Red because it always starts out red.
I am looking at a picture of this thing. It looks like the Smurfs are having a rave inside your toilet bowl.
Yeah, Choco walks in there, and it always, for whatever reason, it always starts out red, and it'll cycle through the colors. Well, it used to be, it'd be red, it would be blue, it would be green, it'd be yellow, white, and then about that time you've left. Well, this one here is a fancy one. This one here molds and melts into the other colors. It's just kind of a, I don't know what you'd call it. I may have just said it as good as you can say it.
Yeah, I think you can picture it. Yeah.
But it's not an instant change of colors. It melds into the next color.
I think you have picked up on the fact that he has had two of these. So this is the story.
Well, the other one quit working.
Well, this is the story of how he got these bowl glows. So at first he wanted to have it as a nightlight, and he was going to go into the bathroom at night.
Because the bright lights wake me up, and I don't want to go to the bathroom and be all woken up. I want to be in a basic line of induced coma when I go back to bed.
Now, Jason, if you were to picture that, you wake up at night, you go into your bathroom,
pitch black.
You see it's pitch black, you see a little red light, you know where the bowl is, you pee and you go back to bed. That makes sense to you, right?
Yeah.
Here's the difference. You pee standing up. I don't. And not only do I not pee standing up, I sit down on the bowl and the light's gone. But
you made it to the bowl. You don't need any light once you sit.
How am I going to find the toilet paper? What if somebody walks in? I wouldn't know. It's not a night light if I sit on it.
If you can't reach to your left a foot and a half and find the goddamn toilet paper, you should be wiping your ass anyway.
I'm already not wearing glasses.
Go back to bed and roll in the sheets until all the poopy's gone. And
if I was a woman, I would sit on the toilet. I would spread my legs so the light can shine out in between and just go, ah. Every night at 3 a.m, I'd say, hey, Chris, check this out. You got to get up.
What's that red glow or that snapping turtle you do?
Well, here's the thing. I'm not the only person in the house that sits while she pees. Kenny has also realized that
it's easier.
Standing while peeing is apparently too much work.
Too much trouble.
So he also sits down, and I think it's safe to say, despite my Brazilian heritage, that Kenny has the bigger ass. And if I'm having trouble not covering up the nightlight, he certainly does. So now at this point,
it is a lunar eclipse.
The only people that use this toilet...
See, the moon, lunar... Yeah, dumbass.
So the only people that stay overnight at this place, especially the old house, I'm talking about the old Boglo at this point.
The old Boglo.
The only people that stay overnight there are Kenny in his bedroom and sometimes me on the couch when I was watching the dogs. So now
you were watching the dogs. You were watching your 5.5-inch phone all fucking night.
All right, when the dogs
want to talk
me,
about Boglo.
So the only two people in this house that could be potentially peeing at night, are both people who sit on the bowl glow. I told him, and I've made fun of him so many times. I said, you buy stupid shit. Anything that you see on Amazon, you basically
all buy. I got to do is get to the hole, and I'm good. As long as I can get to the hole. And when I step in, the first foot in the bathroom, the light kicks on.
The first foot in the bowl. That's exactly.
Well, I'm still 2 to 3 steps away from the hole. So I put my foot in the bathroom door. The light goes, he's here. He's here. And then it lights up. And then it lights up red. It looks like I'm getting ready to shit on the devil. That's what it looks like, because it looks like a boatload of hell. And then by the time I get up, it's a sultry little purple, a little bit of green, a little yellow,
a little lavender,
a little white, a little lavender, and then I'm just so mellowed out, I just go back to bed. And my pupils are nice and non-dilated, and I go back to bed and I sleep like a little baby. Because the little babies go back to bed with a shitty ass too.
Please tell me you've bought one of these for Jim Cornette for his birthday or Christmas or something.
I haven't, because they cost like $9, and I haven't bought him one.
So you'll buy one for yourself, the only person on earth, the only man on earth that sits down while pissing, but you won't buy one for Jimmy.
It protects the bowl globe. I cannot. Well, here's my theory on it. The reason I started sitting down to pee was solely because of the bowl globe. Because if you stand up, as you know, especially late at night, men have horrible aim for various reasons. And at 57 years of age, the aim is not what it was at 27. And I don't want to pee on my bowl glow and short it out.
I thought it made your ass warm.
I don't want to start in the light ain't that bright.
It's really depressing that it doesn't, though. That would feel really well. Yeah, it would feel really, really good.
Well, I'll talk to the good folks at Bow Glow and see if we can't come up with something of about a 75-watt nature.
If they don't listen to you now, they're going to be they're going to have a mean message.
Mulligan's Meat is jealous of how much time we've given Bow Glow tonight.
If they don't call you tonight for sponsorship, I'm going to be really disappointed.
Well, I have to mention, because no matter whose show I do, I got to bring up my sponsors, Collar and Elbow T-shirts. We got to bring those good folks up.
Yeah, they make like really soft T-shirts. It's really cool.
Maya got they come up here to get us to sponsor them, and I got 2 shirts. Chris got 1. Maya got 5. And Jack's quote today, by the way, Maya got shirts. She got 5 shirts. She ain't even in the business. I said, well, neither the fuck are you. Who the fuck? Maya's grabbed more fucking headlocks in the last 5 years than you have, you fuck.
I tried to get a sponsor called Poopery.
Poopery.
We own that. We own it.
We have Poopery.
They bought
awesome.
it. They bought it for me for Christmas. And boy, you want to talk about a goddamn shit eliminator.
If you can't tell, he spends a lot of time really thinking about what he's going to do on the bowl.
Well, have you ever have a TV in the bathroom?
No.
What do I not have right now?
A TV in the
bathroom. I'm fucking miserable. I do not have a 32-inch TV in the bathroom.
I don't understand that.
For the first time since 1996, have I not got a TV in the bathroom.
I'm not in the bathroom long enough to watch.
I've been thinking about hanging the Bluetooth one on the wall, and that way we can watch Netflix and all that shit.
Who watches Netflix while shitting?
Me. Many times. I'll watch a fucking 6-part comedy series while I'm taking a shit.
Oh my God!
Not that I'm shitting the whole time. It's just that I'm comfortable and I'm in no hurry to wipe.
This is getting asinine.
You're trying to make me the butt of the joke, aren't you?
Did you think you were going to spend your night talking about Kenny's toilet habits?
No, you're all just getting anal about this whole thing.
No, I don't give a shit.
Well, if I had something good to rhyme with sphincter, I'd do it right now, but I got nothing. I think we have just expired all the ass jokes that we can come up with. This is just a shitty fucking story.
I'm sure you can pull one out of your ass.
Porn at. I weighed the other day before I took a shit, and after the shit, I weighed 7 pounds less.
God
so
damn.
I figured between the shit and the pee.
Was it a boy or a girl?
It was a big baby turd. Named him Shit Bull. Gonna make a rapper out of him. He's gonna tour the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Shit Bull. If that's his name, you got to call it. You got to call him by the kid by his name. Little Shit Bull. That's what we call Chokey sometimes. Little Shit Bull.
Everyone in this family has a rapper name. I think everyone.
There's Little Tookers.
Little Tookers.
2 cows, Little Tookers. And did Moo Moo have a rapper name?
Moo Moo. No, she was the Lesbrador.
Well, she was a Lesbrador because she didn't really show much affection to male dogs. Chokey is Little Chokey, Chokodile. She's Little Chokey. Did we have one for Mozart? Little Mosey. Mozart was Little Mosey. with a god. We should never use the word little with Mosey. Mosey's got a goddamn head the size of a 55-inch big screen.
Yeah.
That was a huge head. But back to Boglow.
We're not done with this yet.
Well, I reinvented it because Maya, all she does is bitch because there's a glow coming from the toilet, and it makes her feel weird. She don't like the glow coming from the toilet.
What messes with me? You're right.
And she bitched because Maya's ample ass was creating that lunar eclipse, and she couldn't see anything. I said, well, I'm going to fix this. And what did I name it when I attached it to the sink?
Sink blink.
Sink blink. Sink blink. And so we
attach it to the sink.
And it's where it's at now. It's not even on the toilet.
It's
not even on the toilet right now.
Yeah, I mean, that was a brilliant idea.
It was
fits in perfectly. You still have the night light. You're not pissing on it.
No, not pissing
You're
on
not
it.
Sitting on it.
Not sitting on it. A lot of advantages to Sink Blink.
Absolutely.
Especially when Sink Blink is right by the commode.
Yeah.
And on top of that, if it goes dark, you just move your elbow and it lights right back up.
That's another thing. It would go dark if you don't move. So if you're in there for a while,
and I'm pretty stationary when I'm serious about shitting. I don't move much. I just lock in.
I have
man.
a tendency of falling asleep as I pee when I'm peeing.
And everybody out there's going, Bolin shits in the dark, so he probably has no magazines in his bathroom. There are none.
I've never seen you read anything.
There's going to be. I think, this is the biggest bathroom I've ever had. I think we could go about 60 inches on a big screen in there.
No.
It would go from shower edge to toilet edge, but I think it would fit.
God, you're so addicted to TV.
I'm addicted to love.
Who wants to?
Robert
that's
Plant.
Disgusting. Can you imagine sitting on the toilet shitting, watching like Hell's Kitchen?
Imagine it. Hell, I've done it. Can't imagine anything I've already done. Well, not necessarily Hell's Kitchen. That was just during commercial break. That was just, and normally I just watch network TV. Very rarely have I had cable in the bathroom.
And you can't now I got,
but now I got the Wi-Fi. If anyone needs a goddamn 32-inch TV in the bathroom, it's Chris.
Oh God, yeah.
The Prince, the Prince of shit. That motherfucker. You forget it. If you're at his house and you got to pee, you better go when you get there, because if he goes in that bathroom,
it's a big burden on our relationship that I only get to spend
a lot of your arguments are over how much time he spends in the bathroom.
Honestly, it really is. I mean, he is always tired, so he's always taking a nap, and if he's not taking a nap, he's shitting.
Man, that's a miserable life to live.
Yeah,
I never nap, and I shit every other day just so I don't spend too much time in the bathroom.
But you want a TV for it.
Well, every other
20
day.
20 minutes every other day.
You don't know it's 20. Not if I got a big screen TV. I mean, I'm guaranteed an hour if I got a big screen TV.
I would much rather.
But if all I got is Boglow, I get bored with that. There's only so many times you can watch that light change that well, fuck. I've seen the color swipe, about 3 times, about 3 cycles. Time to go.
See, I would rather hurry through shitting and then watch it on the big screen than spend an hour on the
well answer me this. See, once again, I got an answer for every objection you've got.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can sit in the bedroom and sit 22 feet away from the 70-inch screen, or I can sit on the toilet and be 1.2 feet from the 55-inch screen.
1.2 feet is less than the inches you said?
1.2 feet would be about the distance from the toilet to the screen above the sink.
Why would I do that, though?
Why would you not?
Okay, number one.
Okay.
The sink is next to the toilet,
yes.
So I would have to turn my neck.
It's a tough angle.
I would have to turn my neck, I don't know,
110
degrees.
I set cockeyed so I can look at the TV.
Well, what's number 2?
I mean, I set at an angle.
And number 2.
If I set straight on like normal people, you don't want to know what number 2.
Number 2.
Quote my brother, you don't want to know what number 2 is.
I don't like sitting really close to the TV because it hurts my eyes. You can't see shit. You got to turn your neck just to look at a different character on the screen.
But not if you set angular. I know it's a little weird. It's a little weird, but you said angular. Yeah, the toilet seat feels a little weird on your ass because it ain't designed to be set on that way. But as long as crack is over hole, what do you care?
It's uncomfortable, right? And I could just hurry through it and then lay in my bed or on the couch.
But then the 70-inch TV is 22.2 feet away.
I think I can summarize this.
Yeah.
I think this, Jason, is the perfect presentation of difference between your generation and the millennials, my generation. We always have a phone in our hand. This is why I don't want a TV. Because if I'm spending time in the bathroom when I was a kid, it used to be every shampoo bottle in the room. When I was done with shampoo bottles, you read all those crazy ass chemicals on the back. It was pretty much time to squeeze it out and run, you know. Now I have a phone. I don't need a TV. I can just go through all the shit, the petty shit that you tweet.
I've got a 7-inch tablet, but a 7-inch tablet is not a 55-inch TV.
Yeah, it's because
my computer screen, everybody thinks this is television. It is, but it's also a 55-inch computer screen.
I don't know why you do that, because it's incredibly uncomfortable. How many feet
Not for me, because this is all I've done for the past 4 years.
It's about
this
3 feet?
Is 2.5 feet.
2.5 feet.
I've
this
measured
TV,
it, 2.5
how many
feet.
inches is 72?
No, that's a 55. That's a 72
inches.
behind you. 75
Huge
in there.
55-inch TV
Yeah.
right in front of us, 2.5 inches away
feet.
from my face.
Feels like a big screen, don't it?
But yeah, it feels like shit.
A lot of people think 55 inches is a big screen.
If I'm looking down at
the
the image of where we have our camera, if I'm looking down at the image and I suddenly have to close the tab, I have to look to the other corner of the screen. It takes like 45 minutes to get there.
You want to know what a 55-inch TV looks like to me, folks, is what a 19-inch TV looks like to you.
I want to know how the hell this turned into the Bolin Alley.
Well, you ain't got your own show no more. You just hijack other people's. And you are stupid enough to turn on a conversation with two Bolins versus one Marshall. And everyone knows there ain't never been a Marshall that could beat me in anything.
So the
Marshall
question is,
Dillon, Marshall Raylan Givens, Marshall Tucker.
The real question here is, Jason, are you buying a Sync Blink?
I will as soon as it comes out.
Or do you want a bow glow? What did I steal that from?
From John Mulaney.
John Mulaney,
John Mulaney was making fun of the New York Post, I believe, for...
Something about smokers or something?
No, actually, he was quoting the New York Post, making fun of all the terms that they make up, and they have the dumbest headlines. One of the headlines was that they were talking about some celebrity A talking about her ex-husband B, and the headline was, A says B did blah, blah, blah. B responds, A is nothing but a bozo. And John Mulaney was like, bozo? I haven't heard that in like 50 years. That sounds like they asked some lady in front of a 7-Eleven who was drinking and with her curlers in her hair and her cigarette in her mouth going, hey, ma'am, what's the scoop on A and B? And she goes, he's nothing but a bozo.
So when the bow glow comes in, she says, what did you order? And I looked at it and I got me a bow glow. She sees this little box and all the pretty lights on it and everything. And I'm just goddamn. It just puts me in a good mood to go in there and just see those pretty lights light up.
You are a simple person.
I'm a very simple person. It just keeps with 6 microphones on a 2-microphone podcast.
I did a Twitter poll. It was the last time I was on. I gave them 3 choices. The options were yes, she made the show better. No, I like Kenny solo. And no, she needs her own show.
Oh, well,
I only made this for 24 hours because I didn't want to just draw it out.
We have options to make them longer?
Yeah, you can. I think you can make them up to 7 days.
I'll be goddamn. I've only done 24-hour polls. Well, fuck me. All right.
48% said yes. 37% said they like Kenny solo. 15% said that she needs her own show. So to me, that's an overwhelming.
So you're adding 2 of the percentages together in her favor. I was fucked beginning because she's going to get double votes. That's Trump-like what you've done there with the numbers. It's Trump-like. It's just like when Brian Last posts a show and he says, well, Kenny, you only got 24,000 downloads. But he posts the same.
Why does he sound like the bozo?
He sounds like a bozo. You only got 24,000 downloads. You're just a bozo.
I'm going to pass out again.
Don't pass out because the show will be better because you won't be on it. So don't do that. I like the show sucking when you're on it. And so, yeah, the numbers were stacked against me from the beginning. But no, what Brian Last does is he does a 4-hour podcast. Did you know that?
No, I've never heard of it.
4-hour, what he likes to call a comedy show. And the bad thing is one of my friends is on there.
He does a 4-hour comedy show?
He does a 4-hour show about comedy. They have bits. I done forgot everybody's name. One of them is a good friend of mine. I just know him as Piss Boy. I can never think of his real name. And he's actually a pretty good guy. But, if he was funny, he wouldn't be on Brian Last show. He'd be here, maybe. And but they do a 4-hour show every week, sometimes twice a week. And but what he does is he breaks that show down into like maybe 15 or 20 different segments over his 4-hour show. And it's a great trick because me and Maya and Chris discovered it by accident. Once we did a Bolin Alley live and we had to record it in like 4 segments. Well, it made it look like we had like 32,000 live views. Actually, we had roughly about 8,000 live views of 8,000 people. They kept watch segment 1, watch segment 2, watch segment 3, watch segment 4. But on paper, it looked like we had 32,000 views. And we let the stupid people believe it, but we figured somebody was probably out there smart enough to do the math. Well, that's where I was dead wrong. Because the people, the fans, the 500 and something fans of the 605 podcast really believe that because he breaks his show in down to 8, 10, or 12 different segments, that he gets 12 times the ratings that anyone else gets. Recycling people that listen to the show anyway, and they're just watching the same segments or segments of the same show over and over and over and over. And it's a great trick, but only stupid people would fall for it. I assumed my fans were smarter than that, so we just said, you know, I'm sorry, we kind of deceived you with the numbers. It looked like we had 32,000 views, but let's face it, we don't know how many of those only watch segment 1, only watch. We like to think if you watch segment 1, you probably watch segment 2. We hope you had a cliffhanger to go to 3 and that you went to the finale. So we hope most of you watched them all. But I'm sure that there's a few new people mixed in there that saw 1 that didn't see 4 and so on.
Right.
But I doubt those numbers are that dramatic. Well, that's what the new trick is in YouTube, is that everybody breaks their shows down. And if you're doing this too, I hate to expose you, but well, not really. But it's a great trick to make stupid people think you're getting a lot more numbers. And it apparently worked. It worked with Brian's people. But I'm going to assume that your people and my people are not that stupid. I think our people are a little smarter than that.
Yeah. Now that we're back on, I was going to ask.
We had a power outage.
What was the status of you and Jim Cornette coming on to martial law?
Well, he's a little pissed at me right now because I buried his co-host and told his fans that I will never be on his show again, which has made a lot of people unsubscribe because there's actually, and I'm not just blowing my horn or blowing my own tune or blowing myself, as I'm famous to say. A lot of people only listen to that show in the hope that I'll be on it. And once they realize I'm not, they don't listen. Well, now that I've announced that I'm not going to be on his show anymore, apparently he got a shitload of unsubscribes. And a lot of people wrote him saying, well, if you're going to take Brian Last's side over your best friend, and I didn't aim for it to come to that because I don't give a shit if he does the show. I'm just not going to be a part of it. And if Jimmy ever eventually gets another host, and I'm sure eventually he will, then I'll gladly come back.
Well, the two of you can always do this show.
Well, we could, but Jimmy is just so weird about stuff like that I mean, I can try and talk him into it, but
yeah, because I thought we talked about it before, and you said that he was cool with it, but I think it had to be a certain amount of time or something like that.
Yeah, I forget what the deal is, and I'm sure I can probably if he knows it's the only way that he's going to get me and him to do shows together. We obviously aren't doing Joe Cronin's. Me and Joe Cronin made up for about 12 hours. He said something stupid last night. I mean, he was doing.
You're like 6th graders who used to date.
He was doing good. We agreed to hug it out, and we were going to do a show where we both talked bad about Brian Last. And I forget what the last thing he said was to me that pissed me off, but I read that and I went, "You stupid fuck," and then I blocked him.
We were doing great.
I didn't even block him when I left the show, but now I do.
We were doing
I'm
great.
so petty.
He sent me some heart emojis on Instagram, but then he told the teacher that I copied his homework. That's what you're doing.
Well, so I blocked Joe. I blocked Brian. I thought Cornette blocked me today. Somebody did a hell of a Photoshop job. It says, "You have been blocked by Jim Cornette." And I'm thinking, what? He's blocking me over this shit? He just told me on his show he loved me. What the fuck? I said, if that motherfucker blocked me over this, and I'm madder than a goddamn hornet. If he blocked me over this shit, I'm going to beat his fucking ass next time I see him. So then I go, look, well, it turned out what me he blocked. He blocked another fan who was burying Brian Last. And he said, look at, and the tweet was, look at this cowardly bitch. And I thought that was Jimmy calling me a cowardly bitch and blocking me. I misread the thing. I know I've read at least 3 people I blocked, and they write me in the inbox. They go, Kenny, goddamn, I complimented you and you blocked me. I got to admire, what was it? I got to admire your what? One of them said.
Your recklessness.
Your recklessness. I have to admire your ruthless recklessness. Yeah, that's what it was. I have to admire your ruthlessness. That's what it was. And but I blocked them, so I couldn't go back and see what they said, and I didn't want to unblock them because then I got to leave them unblocked for 3 days, and I didn't want to do that. And the chances are pretty good I misunderstood something. I was just in a mood and saw a word or two I didn't like, and I just blocked them. So, and of course, every birthday I block people. You've heard that story, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that day. I love every day because every day I get to block somebody.
You know,
well, not block them, but delete them.
Well, yeah, you delete them. You don't block them. But
I don't block them. Don't block them at all.
One time we went overboard with a woman named Renee Bear.
We did fuck with Renee Bear pretty bad.
Renee Bear, if you are out there, please come back into our lives.
Have we ever told you the story of Renee Bear?
No, I haven't heard that one.
You should not do what I did, but we did it, and Maya remembers it almost better than I do. But Renee Bear, if you're out there, we're real fucking sorry, man.
So Kenny is friends with this woman named Renee Bear, and she has 2 pictures. One picture is of her on her motorcycle. The other one is of her with her motorcycle helmet on. And Kenny was going through the birthdays of that day. And you know that he goes through the birthdays.
She had never written me.
In 6 years.
6 fucking years, not one goddamn letter.
That is 5 years that he did not see her birthday and delete her. 5 times she got away with it.
5 times.
So
I must have been out of town or something on her birthday every year for 5 years. Because I would have got her.
So after 6 years, he goes on her wall. He sees we haven't been friends in 6 years. And it's like 3 p.m. And you know how your mother probably says nothing good happens after 2 p.m.?
I just can't excuse a 6-year absence of writing me. It can't be ignored. It can't. I've let her get away with murder if I let her slide, and I saw that she hadn't read me. She's gotten away with murder.
Have you met a more petty person?
She's been OP. Free Lena Bear. No, it's Renee Bear.
It's Renee Bear.
Renee Bear. Lena Bear is somebody else.
So Renee Bear, he goes through her pictures. He's making fun of her. He comments on her picture with a motorcycle helmet on. Oh, hon, this is the best looking picture. Your face looks so pretty.
Your face.
Obviously. So he goes on her wall and he writes, "Happy birthday, ... Love and miss you so much, but you haven't written me in 6 years. So I'm going to have to delete you from my life.
It must end now. So sorry."
And then he keeps going back and forth. He says, "But I miss you so much. I don't know what to do. But you disrespected me. I can't afford having you in my life anymore.
I must make an example of you."
And so he posts this after a while, and it's this long paragraph that keeps getting longer and longer.
It's lengthy.
If we are up after 3 a.m., and especially if we're on social media, we are fucking something up. And that was the perfect example right there. So he writes this long paragraph. After he writes the paragraph, he writes a comment on his own post saying, "Damn, I already regret this. I miss you so much. Will you please send me a friend request so I can consider taking you back?"
Yeah, if you will send me a friend request, I will consider taking you back.
And then on the end of the post,
I am so sorry. I may have jumped the gun on this. Maybe there's a reason he didn't write me for 6 years. And if you will just write me, I will consider taking you back.
And then he goes on and says, "Actually, no, you disrespected me. You went against you hurt my feelings. It's hurting my heart, but I miss you so much." He keeps going back and forth. He comments on it again, says, "By the way, no, I was not drunk while I wrote this. I was just so hurt. But you're the love of my life. I love you so much. But I gotta get rid of you."
I cannot be disrespected in this way.
After he cancels the friendship, he even wrote her a message. That he misses her, but she just hurt him so much he can't have her in his life. And he starts tagging people in the post saying, "Even my friends of 6 years," and he's tagging all sorts of people saying, "This person and that person, they had the decency of contacting me." He starts bitching her out, and then at the end he says, "Okay, see you then. Love you."
I love you, baby. Bye-bye. This son of a bitch must have been 41 paragraphs long by the time I got done with it. Because I would always keep... Yeah, Maya took screenshots of it. And I was going back and added more, and she had to think, what fucking raving lunatic. Thank God I never wrote this guy. And so I tried to get her back about 2 years later. And I tried to get her back, but what I realized is it was the same photograph Same picture. She hadn't changed her profile picture.
Never posted anything.
Yeah, it's never. So it's probably a fake account.
I remember we woke Chris
a lot of time.
We woke Chris up at about 3:30.
Come back and read it all because we thought it was funny.
Yeah, he was like, "Why are you waking me up? Did something happen?" I'm like, "Yes, look at Twitter. Look at what I sent you."
Well, actually, it was Facebook. That was a Facebook.
Well, no, he didn't have Facebook, so I had to send him
you had to write him
on
Twitter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
he was
you meant Renee
up.
Bear. Renee Bear was definitely a Facebooker.
Renee will miss you.
Renee Bear, I know you're out there. You sexy little cycle bitch.
If you have a fan named Renee Bear, I'm going to shit myself.
Renee Bear, if I ever find you, I'm going to pull you off that motorcycle, and I'm going to rub my penis on that little face mask of yours. I'm going to show you what you could have had the last 8 years. Sexy fucking biker bitch. I love you. Just in case anybody knows Renee Bear, get that word to her. Big old 3.2-inch penis all over that mask. Looking like a windshield wiper going back and forth on that thing.
All right, I hope you guys had fun recording this episode of Renee Bear and the Bowl Glow.
Biker bitch. Fake account. Black gold. Texas tea. That's a Beverly Hillbillies entrance.
You know, we said in the last episode. We said on the last episode that we were going to talk about the Colonel Sanders story next time we talked.
Well, we ran out of time.
I was going to say, I don't think we have time.
Because we're on a fucked up screen that doesn't show me how much time.
152.
Yeah, that's going to carry over into season 3.
I guess we're going over to season 3, I guess is what we're doing. 2 out. Well, if you hadn't wasted all that goddamn 8 minutes with Maya, we could get it in. You all pissed me off and sent me to watch Pete Rose. But the great thing about it, I was only about 1.6 feet away from Bow Glow. Well, it's Sync Blink now, though.
Sync Blink.
Yeah, well, I couldn't risk you pissing all over Bow Glow. You got bad aim back there. You sit crooked. Anything could have happened. Anything. Well, I'm starting to wonder.
It's funny, though. I've always wondered if men. I didn't know before.
I hope it's funny because if people don't think Bow Glow's funny, we've wasted a lot of fucking time.
Well, I didn't know that men can pee when sitting down until I met Chris. I had no clue, of course.
If you have a big penis, you can.
Well, Chris
little
told
bitty
me
penis
about
gets a lot harder. A lot harder if you got a little bitty tiny penis. Your thighs get wet, it's a mess.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get into
I know the people out there, well, how does he know that? None of your business. Do they call me a wet thighs Bolin in the locker room?
No,
here comes Kenny Wet Thighs.
I didn't know people could pee. Well, men could pee while sitting down, and ultimately, when he told me, I realized why are they teaching little boys to stand? It makes a huge fucking mess. They could as well just sit.
It really should be taught in school. It really should.
It should be taught.
I mean, I'll volunteer. I mean, I'll go. I mean, come on, we're gonna show you how to.
You want to volunteer too?
Well, who knows better than me?
Boys?
All the Bow Glow peas I've done. So I wouldn't get the goddamn thing wet. I'll teach the little tykes how to do it.
You know, it's actually
come here,
not
put
bad.
Your penis between your thighs and let it go. Oh, you're gonna get wet thighs, aren't you, little boy? All right, well, fuck you.
Seems like
little tiny penis, little bastard.
Seems like they would just make the kids sit. You know?
Well, you think it'd be taught before they get to school. You really would.
Or at least
because it is a lot less messy.
God, it's
because there's a lot of men, grown men, all ages.
Still can't
aim sucks, or there's physical things going on that prevent them from having the good aim. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but
I've looked at a lot of penises.
I've been in a lot of hospitals, though. I feel qualified to talk about how to pee sitting down or not, and. I don't know. I'm rather passionate about this.
All right,
really
folks, tune in next week for Bolin seminar on how to pee.
Yeah, this is what they call the lights out part. We don't give a fuck if you stay or listen right now. This is the lights out segment of the show. We turn the Bow Glow off. We have hit the light. We're all peeing in the dark right now, folks. Peeing in the dark. Holy shit! How did that get in the sink? I didn't think a grown man could shit in a sink, but that's where the Bow Glow was. I sat where I saw red glow.
Well, before we wrap this up,
2.5 pound turd in the sink, all because of you. You'd have think because that sink's about 2.5 feet higher than a commode, I would have known. But my ass is just taught to go where the glow is.
Before we wrap this up, I want to let everybody know.
Wrap this up 25 minutes ago.
We have a sponsor for the show. It's called Boss Boxes. It's basically one of the, it's a box that comes to you every month with a bunch of different video game things in it. They have them for PCs, PlayStation 4s, Xbox Ones.
That's the least professional introduction ever. It's got all kinds of things in it.
Yeah, it sounds really fun, though.
So if you go to bossboxes.store,
Boss Boxes,
and you want to order one, you can enter the promo code WDHC at checkout. That stands for We Don't Have Cookies, but don't enter We Don't Have Cookies. Enter WDHC. You get 10% off, and that's all I'm going to say about that because I don't get paid a lot.
You didn't seem to be putting a lot of effort into it. Well, you got all kinds.
You get what you give.
A list of what he gets. Yeah, you get all kinds of shit. Just go order box cocks or whatever they. Whatever. You might even get a box of cocks if you like.
You won't be able
to hang them out around your bow glove.
You want a better ad than that? Pay me a little more money.
Yeah, my sponsors are better than yours. I'm almost embarrassed to bring up Mulligan's Meats now after hearing box cocks. What's the next? Pix Dicks? Box cocks. Box cocks. Like Sync Blink. I'm bargaining genius, I'm telling you. But be careful with Sync Blink because you might shit in your sink. And that ain't good. It's hard to get out.
I love how your ass in the scenario has the eyes and your ass will see
my ass has the eyes. It goes to where the glow is.
You ever heard of
It
Joel?
does have a brown eye.
Why do you think I don't put it in the bathtub?
You know, what's his real name? Joel something Steen. You know
Osteen, yeah.
Have you ever heard of Joel Dongstein?
No.
Ooh,
It's a Twitter.
That's not a good name.
It's a Twitter account that replaces all of his tweets.
What's his name again?
Joel Dongstein.
Hang on. Alexa, who the fuck is Joel Dongstein?
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
That's
what
not
I
his
thought.
real name.
Oh, well.
What's his real name, Jason?
Joel Osteen.
Yeah, that's...
Alexa, who is Joel Osteen?
Joel Scott Osteen is the senior pastor of Lakewood Church
I
in
had a
Houston,
feeling.
Texas.
Fucking preacher. I knew it.
So you ought to look on Twitter. His name is Joel Dongstein. He takes all the Joel Osteen tweets and he replaces the word God with cock. Is that the cock or dick?
Oh, that's the one that does that.
Yeah, it's like, follow the light of your dick or something like that. Yeah.
I think it's dick.
When
I
you
think
feel
it's
like your
dick.
enemies are too big, remember, you have a bigger cock.
It's cock or dick, but it's like almost an entire
It's hilarious. You ought to see it. Yeah.
paragraph, if not 4 or 5 paragraphs of this. And it is pretty funny. It's worth checking out.
You ought to sell Cox blocks, or what do you call
Coxbox. Coxbox. I think we're going to put whatever his sponsor is out of business once Coxbox catches on. And I feel I owe who's the guy that's Cock in a Box? What was his name?
Dick in a Box.
Dick in a Box.
Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake.
Was Fallon part of that? I guess he was.
Yeah.
I didn't really. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
My buddy writes for Jimmy Fallon.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's to blame for third place, huh? My buddy writes for Stephen Colbert. Now top that motherfucker.
He retweeted one of the comedians that was on the show a couple weeks ago.
Did he? Colbert did?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
He retweeted Mama Kate.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, no
He's
shit.
retweeting her and not me. Now I'm pissed.
It's 'cause you're
I
petty.
hate Mama Kate. Who was feuding with Mama Kate? Because I took
Choo Choo Stew.
Who?
Choo Choo Stew.
Alexa, who is Choo Choo Stew?
I don't know that.
All right, Alexa, who's Mama Kate?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, who's Jason Marshall?
Jason Marshall, born February 22nd, 1971 in Cranbrook, British Columbia, Canada, a professional ice hockey defenseman who currently plays for the Kölner High of the Deutsche Eishockey League.
Foreigner. Alexa, who is Kenny Bolin?
Kenny Bolin is a former professional wrestling manager and author, best known as the lead villainous manager in Ohio Valley Wrestling as the manager of Bolin Services.
So take that, Mama Kate and Choo Choo Blue.
Choo Choo Blue. Here's one for you. Alexa, how old is Kenny Bolin?
Kenny Bolin is 57 years old.
I got it right this time.
Oh my God,
Let me try it. Alexa, how old is Kenny Bolin?
Kenny Bolin is 57 years old.
I can't believe she finally learned.
Oh, she fucked it up bad, man, a couple of times. It just depends what mood Alexa's in before she's going. So yeah, I'll have to have her send you the videos of what I asked her. You're gonna shit when you see what she said. Rude bitch is all I'm gonna say. Got her in a mood. Well, I moved her from over there by the sound bar to over here.
Oh, yeah. She really minded.
Didn't like being fucked with like that, man. She was real comfortable by the fireplace. Right over here by this shitty 55-inch screen from the 65-inch 4K, and she got a little moody about it. What do you do? Well, I guess we've now eclipsed that 2-hour time that we placed on ourselves.
You know what's my dream?
What is your dream, We're just dying for more information about you and me.
One of these days, it's my dream. That
you're going to get you a mousetrap?
I'm going to ask her about Tucow, and she's going to know. I'm going to make Tucow famous.
Let's see if she knows now. Alexa, who is Tucow?
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Well, we're going to educate that bitch, because that just makes Tucow as famous as Brian Last. The educator is who Tucow is. We got to get Tucow Wikipedia page is what we got to do. See, they say it's rude to make your own. Well, he can't make one. So we'll make it for him.
Remember that time I made a Facebook for Choco? We call her Chocodile because it's like one of those hostess cakes, like what do you call those?
Do you realize Jason didn't get to ask one fucking question?
Jason, one question.
No wonder we're so fucking hated. I blame now ourselves. We're just fucking assholes. We shouldn't be allowed on podcast. I mean, I can understand controlling ours, but this is this man's show.
Man, I'm sorry,
he makes his living doing it. Yeah. We fucked it all up.
I think you really owe him a camera for this.
Fuck you. Well, back to your point. And do remember, if you comb your hair right, no one will notice.
I made a Facebook for Choco for whatever fucking reason. We call her Chocodile. So her Facebook name was Chocodile Doggy Smile. It was cute. It was. And she had like a ton of friends.
I was one of them.
You?
Yeah.
He logged on.
He would friend
request
request
what Choco's
everybody.
up to today.
Well, we have one friend named Patrick. He's a shout out for Patrick. Really great guy from Louisiana, but way too sweet for this world. Well, he wrote the Chocodile Doggy Smile account like he was talking to Choco. He would write, say, "Hi, Choco, how was your dog food last night?"
Yeah, he would. No, I stupid fuck thought he was talking to Chocodile. He really did. Patrick is not very smart. He's just barely above Cam Moron level in common sense. I did say it.
Poor Patrick.
I said he's above.
Oh,
but dude, who the fuck's dumber than Cam Moron now?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, name that guy that's still walking around in functional. Cam Moron's fucking moron, you know. The stupidest motherfucker that ever lived. I want to tell you this. This is what we're going to close the show with.
Thank God.
Cam Moron. Cam Moron. All you had to do was hit the stop button a long time ago, assholes. So don't get smart with me.
I did hit the mute button.
I would have left if you'd told us it wasn't recorded. Eventually. Cam Moron, he's not very bright. And you know what? This is embarrassing because I forgot what I was going to say about him. We're going to close the show on Cam Moron.
President, very dumb.
No, very Cam Moron. God damn it.
His brother.
No, wasn't his brother pulling out his weenie? It wasn't that.
Stalking victim.
Stalking, no, wasn't that. Cam Moron. And this was going to be good, too. Cam Moron. He's so stupid. You know what, folks? I guess we're going to have to bring this one back tomorrow night when we're right back here live on the Bolin Alley North with my temporary host, Jason Marshall. Because after tomorrow, that'll be 2, and no one's lasted longer than that lately. Yeah. They're running these fuckers off like flies. I'm starting to think I'm the problem. I'm starting to just feel that people just don't want to hear my shit anymore. Especially though. Did you hear him say, thank God? He was happy the show was over.
We've been talking about shit and piss almost all night.
Yeah, we have. And BOGO.
Which is fucking weird because that's what 3 of the last 4 or 5 shows have been about.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean with us?
I can't get away from it. No, with Benny Mac and with Mike Canistero. I don't know what the hell happened to my show.
You're going to have to change your podcast name from We Don't Have Cookies to We Don't Have Toilet Paper.
What's that lady's name? Mama Cass or Mama Kate?
Mama Kate.
Yeah, well, her and I are going to have to settle up one day is all I'm going to tell you. I don't like her, and Renee Bear's a whore. It won't put out any for me, and that's the worst kind of whore. You don't give me some, but then you're not a good whore if you won't do me.
Here you go. All right, bitches,
give me my tablet.
Well, I want to thank you for being such a part of the show the last year. You were the third most frequent guest on the show, so thanks for coming on so much.
On more than me.
Mama Kate?
Mama Kate, yeah.
Bitch. And Mike Canistero. Mama Kate was on a record 19 times, which is nuts.
You do realize that quantity does not beat quality.
Everybody out there, if you want to get a hold of me, send me an email, jason@wedon'thavecookies.com, or you can call 929.
Did her and that other guy ever settle up on her shit? They had the martial law. Did they ever get that ironed out?
Yeah. He ended up losing the case, and she had to retweet him for, I think it was 2 weeks. Something like that. I forget what the ruling was. I was the one who gave it out.
Well,
I ended up screwing her over, though. So.
I'll see if I can get Jimmy on for martial law. We'll see what mood we can catch him in sometime.
That would be a hell of a lot of fun, man. I promise.
Well, if we don't, I'll get Vince Russo to do it.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you next week. Or no, I'll talk to you Thursday with a show with hopefully a bunch of segment contributors. I know there's going to be one. The others haven't come back to me. So if that show gets fucked up, you know what happened.
Can we have 5 more minutes?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Fuck you. We said good day. And Boglo.
I'd buy you a drink, but I snuck mine in. So unless you want a shot of this generic gin that I've been drinking in the corner since I don't know when, then I won't be much use to you. But look, I think your ass looks delicious. I got to get my dick in your britches. He will. Your body gonna make me religious. Hey, you know I wanna sex it with you, but look, now I got a lot of bitches to plow, so you can fuck me later, but you should fuck me now. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Ha. I ain't got all night now. Okay. I see that guy you're with, and I know he's hot, and I know he's rich, but he's got nothing on me when it comes to fucking. Ha. Now, if you even really cared about that vagina of yours, you wouldn't leave it in the hands of an amateur. You put it on my dick and you sit real good. You know that's where you wanna be. Look, now, I got a lot of bitches to plow, so you can fuck me later, but you should fuck me now. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Ha! I ain't got all night now. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Ha! I ain't got all night now. Listen, I know an alley where we could fuck all night, and I promise not to come until the morning light. But you know I got about 1 billion bitches to plow, so you can fuck me later, but you should fuck me now. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Ha! I ain't got all night now. How what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? $1 million strong. I ain't got all night now.
Oh, Buckwell, Bolin Alley, Clint Eastwood, versus Bruce Lee.
I got the baddest fist of fury that the world ever saw. Defeat whole karate schools and motherfuckers with claws. How can you talk more shit with my fist in your jaw? Don't need words to serve ya, I'ma just say what's wrong? The movies they bore us, they're slow as a tortoise. I'm the king of nunchucks, I fucked up Chuck Norris. I
invented Jeet Kune Do, so take my slipper shoe, here's my two-finger push-up, Kung F-U.
You scream like a girl and got moves like Jagger, but I'll rip through your ass faster than a poo-poo platter. You're in the gym too much, Ringo, perfecting kicks. You should spend more time matching your voice up to your lips. You don't belong in a fight, you belong in a sweatshop. So go ahead and make my iPod. Those little dances you do don't threaten me, Bruce. Fuck you, dude, I even squint better than you.
I be the good and the bad, you must be the ugly. I would mess up your face, but your mama did it for me. Don't talk your pistol for a fistful of your $1 million babies. You were cool in the 80s maybe, but now you're just crazy. A man who argues with people who aren't even there is more fit to rap against this fucking chair.
Do you feel lucky, punk? That's what I'm asking. You can't be too tough. You got killed by an aspirin. Your one-inch punch, same size as your pecker. Leave the rapping to me. Stick to Chinese checkers. I'd beat you in round 2, but that'd be unbelievable. No one in your family ever lives to see a sequel.
Who won? Who's next? You decide! Albert! Rock bottle of the